Gonzaga Nation SI, Rob Sacre. I'm Jack Ferris, Sac&Jack Fridays. Christian Pedersen on the ones and twos. I got to tell you guys something. I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I got zero sleep last night. It wasn't like anything that I did to my body. I know what you're thinking. I was a clean, good boy last night. It's Lent after all. But have you ever had one of those nights where you lay down to go to bed and you just can't for the life of you? And I'm not like a melatonin guy. I'm not like a drug go to bed guy.
Yeah, no, that is every fucking night.
Are you an insomniac like that?
Dude, it's bad, bro. I'll be just sitting there and you're looking at the ceiling and you got every gear churning all the time.
And of course, it always happens on nights where you have to get up early the next day and you have stuff to do and you like gave yourself stuff to do. And you do the math like, okay, if I fall asleep in the next 5 minutes, I'll get a solid 4 hours. 4 hours is all I need. That's the worst thing you can do.
And then the clock all of a sudden speeds up. It is just going faster. And you try not to look at the clock, but every time you look, it's been an hour. You're like,
dude, I gave up. I gave in. I got up and like started doing like tax stuff.
Yeah, that's what was on your mind. That is what's on your mind.
That changes. Tax stuff generally takes me like 45 minutes, but this year I have to get a little creative with some things. I got to move some things around. Yeah, dude. I honestly, I swear to God, I got about 30 minutes of sleep last night, and it was at the end. Of course, when I had to be up for the other job, like 45 minutes out, and got really, really tired.
That's normal. That usually happens. Like your adrenaline, and all of a sudden you're like, what am I getting myself into today?
So fortunately for me, I had those the Mio drop energy deals.
You've been just pounding them.
Oh my God, I am going to crash in a big way in about 2.5 hours.
But how nice is it when you're done to know that you have a nap? Like,
at the end of the rainbow,
at the
end of the tunnel. Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh
yeah. I was talking the other day with people. I was like, you know what the best kind of nap is? Like a midday, midweek, unscheduled nap. It might have even been you, Rob. People are like, dude, what is your life? I can't take a midday unscheduled nap. Like, who are you? I was like, really? You don't have a little heavy luncharoo, and then snooze-a-rooney?
What's a nap? 10 minutes, 45 minutes? When you're saying nap, I'm curious what you mean.
Anything more than 35 minutes is you're a POS.
Where like you wake up, it's
in the middle of the day.
You wake up and you're lost. You're just like, what? You're just like, what am I doing right now? Like, you're just trying to figure it all out, and then like, holy shit, how long have I been asleep for? 3 hours.
The best is 20 minutes. That's all you need.
Yes.
Recharge the bats, good to go. And you wake up and you feel like you were asleep for like an hour, and you're like, oh, it's like 20 minutes, good to go. Let's rock.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all in on that.
College basketball.
Talk to me.
Are you at the point yet where you feel alive? Is earlier this season, are you at the point yet where you feel alive? Because all season long you've just been telling me you're trying to just feel alive now. Now that the WCC
tournament,
the tournament here is, bud.
Everyone knows. Everyone who watched last week's Gonzaga Nation SI, or who was on the Hilltop last Thursday, know that I was alive. I was feeling alive last week. Didn't feel so alive Saturday in Moraga, and fortunately, I exerted so much energy on last Thursday night, that I was dead for the Saturday game.
Now, where did you go? I forgot to ask you. Did you go?
Yeah, I did. And they got a C- effort out of me as far as cheering is concerned. So maybe it's on me.
Yeah, no, that was because of you. You and Timmy were hanging out or something, and you guys had the same enthusiasm for that same game. I guess. I don't know.
I will say pregame, Marty and Timmy were peacocking a little bit. Timmy was at the mid-court line and long snapping to Marty, who was then throwing like a 3/4 court overpass to the hoop. And this is like 50 minutes before tip. So everybody's there, like everybody's watching it. It was a little much, and it didn't help that they stayed until they made it, and they ended up started taking half court shots, and they eventually made it.
Oh my gosh.
How many tries did it take for him to make it in?
Once they went to half court, too many, like
just
7 or 8.
Doing the overhand pass. Did he put?
Oh, they only attempted. It was obnoxious, and they knew that it was obnoxious.
Okay.
Well,
but if they connected on one, it would have been sweet.
At least they're growing up and realized it was.
Yeah, like, this is weird.
Rob, what's the dumbest pregame taunting type, not giving a shit that you've ever done?
Depends on where I'm at, but I'll talk crazy to the other team. I'll talk crazy. Like, I'll just, if it's an old guy, I remember I started Vince Carter off one time. I was talking crazy shit. I'm like, God damn, what was Moses like? And like, what was the parting of the sea like? And all that. He comes out, hits 5-3 and stuff. I'm like, what is, they're like, good job, Rob. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, I understand that it's a part of the game, but they're like, what's the upside of trash talking? You know what I mean?
The upside is
they get in their head.
The upside is like
they get angry.
Like I remember, what was the guy who played at he played at San Diego State. The Kawhi, the second coming of Kawhi, but he didn't pan out to be Kawhi. Braids went over to Japan. I forgot his name.
Another board man. Was he an assist man?
That's a couple of different
bench man.
Let me look at the last couple rosters. I can
Davis
to you.
Davis. Does that sound about right? Anyways, he went to San Diego State. I remember that. Long story short, we're at the free throw line. This is for clutch. He has 2 free throws, and like he has to tie the game up. I'm like, damn, bro. Who did your braids out here in Japan? I need to get my shit done. Airball the shit. You got to throw that stuff at them, man.
I would have assumed that I would lean towards like giving sarcastic compliments.
You got
to players, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That way, when they do well, you're like, hey, yeah, good. I was encouraging you.
Damn, I didn't know you could do that. That's yeah. Like, you got to do little things like that, subtle little jabs.
Can you turn it off for a rec league game or not? Are you the kind of guy that
I turn it on during pool? I turn it on during anything, anytime you want. It doesn't matter. I'll turn on.
You and I don't know each other. We meet at a 24-hour fitness. We're just playing a little non-competitive 3-on-3. I miss a shot. I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life and be hurt emotionally by what you're bringing.
No. If I'm playing a NARP, then I'm not going to be saying crazy things. A non-athletic, regular person, a NARP, I'm not going to be saying much. But if it's like somebody who, or if you're on my team and you're lighting it up, I'm like, okay, Christian. Okay. It's the new coming of Christian. The new coming of Christian is coming out.
There we go.
Coming out. Congratulations. Let us play somehow into college basketball, I guess.
We've been talking college basketball.
I know. I guess.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I just, for those watching, which is, I guess, is everybody. I just sauntered off to do like a little bit of work for the other gig. But now I'm here back, and the transition, I don't think was that smooth.
The tournament, my friend.
The tournament. Okay. So conference tournaments. Yesterday, there were a good amount of blowouts, covers by the favorites in such tournaments as the Atlantic Sun, the Patriot League, the Horizon League, the Sun Belt, Georgia Southern one. A lot of blowouts yesterday. And generally those games are so close. If you are getting more than 7 points with a team tonight and tomorrow, it's time for some really close games in those conference tourneys, in those obscure conference tourneys.
I love you, Jack.
That's all I got.
There's nothing to say because no one's watching those conference tournaments.
I disagree.
Unless you're a betting man, and you have a bunch of parlays, there is no business for you to watch those conference tournaments.
Can I say that I think in the real-time world, that number of people who are betting on those games is going from nobody a year or two ago to, I would say, more people than you could possibly imagine, Rob. I think that the number of people who just grab their phone and are running down the FanDuel or Caesars or whatever it is list of games is growing exponentially every week, month, tournament, year type thing. And I think within the next 2 or 3 years, some of these small conference tournaments will be huge.
Christian, I agree with you, but not last night. Last night, there was still sexy Power 5 conference teams playing, namely Arizona at home versus Stanford. So the newbie bettor is going to be attracted to those games. They're not going to be digging around for Tennessee State, Southeast Missouri.
Yeah, no one's got time for all that.
Southeast Missouri covered by a mile.
I agree with because of betting, but I just don't see how people are going to be engaged to these games. I'm sorry. It's more of a bet. It's more like, okay, I have a bet on this. Let me see what the update is on my phone. Then I'm going to sit down and actually watch this game.
Sure. I don't disagree with you there. I would say that people will stream it on their phones would be the furthest links that they would go to watch.
Yeah, let me refresh.
I don't disagree.
Refresh.
And to those of you out there, I know I'm talking to a few. I would take the dogs in some of those crazy conference tourney games this weekend. The dogs are due. The dogs are due. Okay, so Christian, our dear friend and producer, went to UCLA undergrad, Syracuse J School. Is currently repping a San Diego State Toreros sweatshirt.
No,
I asked you that question thinking you went to San Diego State for something. That threw me off.
And I've looked it up. It was Josh Davis. Josh Davis, though, played in 2014, and that's when I was gone at college.
Yeah, Josh Davis. That's it. Josh Davis.
The rest of my family went to SDSU, so I grew up as a default Aztec fan.
Okay, so quick rankings.
Yes.
UCLA, San Diego State.
Syracuse and everything far and above. UCLA and San Diego State trade places on a lot of stuff.
So
wait, whoa.
No.
Here's my fandom.
You always take your alma mater, like your undergrad alma mater, over everything. You know that, right? You know that's the rule.
I mean, yes, no. I look, as I literally was a student athlete there, so I bleed it at times. But I've been to the Rose Bowl is off campus, and I drove to watch Kevin effing Prince play quarterback for 4 years, and we were awful. And basketball was Reeves Nelson and Tyler Honeycutt and not John Wood. Like, it was awful being a UCLA student. It was a bait and switch that, we're in the Pac-12, we're the best, the conference champion. My ass, man. We got beat by USC.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
We lost to Northridge at home in basketball. It was not a good couple of years.
Dude, you guys got smacked like every year by some random Big West team in November.
Yes.
In Poly. Yes. What years were you at UCLA?
I graduated in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Reeves Nelson. I had him as a teammate in LA for one of my training camp. Reeves, God bless Reeves. God bless Reeves.
Having grown up on Bill Walton at being the, where the basketball standard was, to have Reeves be like our star player.
All right, yeah. Okay. I don't care. So Syracuse is your number one.
Yes.
Have you reached out to Julie Boeheim, wife of Jim Boeheim?
I have not. I do not pretend to have that kind of a relationship with the Boeheim family.
For those of you who don't know, earlier this week, Julie Boeheim was robbed at gunpoint outside of some store.
Yeah, it's not the safest city in the world.
Gun to her face.
Really?
Fortunately, the Boeheims always attract bad shooters. I've been sitting on that joke. I've been sitting on that joke forever.
That was
Did I overdo it?
Setup. We had the whole conversation about undergraduate athletics just for that.
Yeah, we had to hear it all.
Hold on. I gotta have something on here on that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh man.
I was trying to think of the best way to word that, and I couldn't really. I think that was. What do you think? How else could I have delivered that?
I don't know. I can't think it off the top of my head.
Because I mean, it was a robbery after all, so we have to be kind of sensitive.
Did she? Yeah. Well, you don't have those in Spokane, though. Thank God. No.
Were you at Syracuse when Jim killed the guy, Christian?
No, that was the year before I got there.
Oh my God, you're all over the place, dude. So you must have taken a couple of years off before going to Syracuse.
After
UCLA.
It was like a less than one calendar year when I got done with school in the summer, and the grad school program started that following summer.
Huh. Okay. Syracuse sucks right now, huh?
Yeah, that zone, cool zone, buddy.
Not at the sports we care about.
Okay. Any other words?
Lacrosse. That's all we have.
Anything else?
No.
Anything else on the Boeheims?
No, you actually nailed that one. Unlike their shooters. Yes, that was it was an excellent joke.
Is it safe to say that the Boeheims are now weighing Syracuse Nation down a little bit? Are we getting too cute with?
No, he shouldn't be playing his kids. Okay.
Well, I think
Buddy's good. Buddy's good. The other one.
I think it's a good. Let's just tie a little bow on it. Great, you had the kids. Go. The nice moment to leave.
Has he hinted at the next couple of years?
He came out and said that he and the university have agreed on a transition process and that there is a plan for who will take over as head coach.
He needs to coach less games, and certainly he can't be driving at night.
I think it might just be safe to move the Boeheim family into a bubble.
The Boeheim bubble.
Yes, bubble. They can play zone defense on each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Rob sent a text yesterday.
This was alarming. This was really alarming.
USA Today comes out with, USA Today is a reputable source. No, it's real. I mean, it really is. There's only like 5 nowadays. USA Today is one of them. Headline: It could happen tomorrow. Experts know disaster upon disaster looms for West Coast. Scientists say a massive quake could strike the San Francisco Bay Area at any moment. And when it does, the city can expect to be slammed with a force equal to hundreds of atomic bombs. I say bring it.
I was alarmed, Jack.
Were you concerned for
really? I was like, holy, Jack's alone out there.
Yeah.
He's gotta survive. What if this happens? It's gonna be like Chernobyl all over again.
It's not literal atomic bombs, but yeah.
I know.
Dude, I say bring it. Christian knows if you live in the Golden State, we've been getting these articles for about 25 years. When it comes,
well, you have The Rock knocking on your door to save you.
And then if you go on to, like, San Francisco is relatively, I mean, it's not safe. Obviously, it's like it's very susceptible to something horrific when it comes to earthquakes. But this guy was saying, in all the modern buildings, for the most part, you're okay, unless you're in an elevator. And credit to me, working from home, I can't remember the last time I was in an elevator. So I'm safe, baby. Mark me safe on Facebook already. Oof. You know,
I was nervous. I'm going to the Bay. No, what am I going to? I'm going to LA today. I'm leaving to LA today.
You forgot that you're going to LA today? I love you, Rob.
I'm going to LA today.
Hey,
yeah, I just booked a flight yesterday. I'm going to LA. I got to get out of here.
Head toward the danger.
No, I just need to get out. I'm not visiting anybody. I'm just going down to LA, Marina Del Rey for 2 nights, and
dude, good for you.
Yeah, I'm going to a Lakers game. Just hang out, relax, enjoy the time.
At the crypto.com.
I don't know about that name.
You preferred an office supply company rather than
no, it's been what, 20 years.
Who cares,
as Staples.
dude? Who cares?
No, but it just I don't mind it if arenas change. It's just weird to announce the
give
crypto.
It 3 years.
Yeah, once it changes, I think it'll be fine. But it's like just the whole idea of like just saying, like, because it was just we're going to Staples, right?
Yeah,
that was it. Not crypto.
Everyone said, I mean, up here, people still call what is it now? Oracle Park, where the Giants play. People still call it Pac Bell. It was Pac Bell. Like, it hasn't been Pac Bell for 13 years.
I thought it was the AT&T.
It was AT&T for a stretch too.
I just know it as AT&T down there.
That's what I would have called it.
Nah, it's been Oracle for like 3 years now.
Oh, really?
See, it happens all the time. People just need to get over themselves.
Idea. I didn't know any of that, but yeah, no, just I was concerned. I didn't want San Andreas to happen while I went down there this weekend. I was locked.
We'll get down here today, then enjoy it while it lasts.
And I know that bingo. I will.
What if it happens? What if it happens when you're in the air and you can't land because we're in the ocean, California?
Ooh. Well,
Mexico, baby.
My flight is into Sacramento first, so
You're flying from Spokane to Sacramento?
I couldn't get I literally booked my flight at 5:00 last night.
You can't. Oh, okay. I guess that's a little different. And
I was literally, timing part. I would have gone either Salt Lake or straight LA or Seattle to LA or whatever.
You have to, from Spokane, you probably have to fly at like 5 a.m. or like 9:30 p.m. to get to LA direct.
Yeah. Which I don't mind.
Let's do Rob's top 5 things to do in LA once you get back next week.
Yeah. Think about that when you're down there for the 48 hours you're down there.
And then send us that list, and then we'll delete that because that'll all be R-rated stuff, and then we'll publish a second list.
R-rated. It won't be R-rated to the most, but I'm just trying to get. I want my season for work is about to start. I'm like, I got to get out of here before.
Can blow off some steam.
Bingo.
Kendrick said it. The 3 W's, man.
Quick note, on the note of horrific, catastrophic accidents. I saw The Batman last night.
Oh, I need to hear about this because this is important.
It's great. I mean, it's like a noir. He's like a detective. It's different. You know what I mean? He's solving big time crimes.
Who are the villains again?
The Riddler is like they portray him as like the Zodiac killer. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He's creepy as hell. And some of the kills are pretty gruesome. All that said, across all Batmans,
no, he's not good, is he?
No, he was great. He was great. Robert Pattinson was great. My question is, why would anyone ever want to
with these serial killers running around?
There's like 14, 15, 16 super mega villains. Every time the movie starts, the city is like drowning in corruption. You know, you're either a billionaire or you're like barely getting by.
Jack, I asked this question about New York all the time. Why does anyone want to live in New York City?
I feel like there's plenty of upside in New York City. Like Gotham always goes from bad to really, really, really bad to like somewhat redeemable at the very end of the movie. Doesn't matter what movie you're watching.
But then no matter who caused them all that drama, they locked them in an island that's in the channel, kind of in just like in the river next door to the city. They're like, they don't deport.
And there is, I'm not spoiling anything, but there is a line at the end of The Batman where they say, all right, we're calling in the National Guard. If you're the National Guard or you're like the director of FEMA, how pissed are you at the city officials of Gotham? It's like every 2 years you're having to spend $1 billion to rebuild this goddamn city. They can't figure it out.
My question is, when they turn on the news and they see the Penguin or the Joker, like, how do you comprehend that? Like, oh, this guy's wearing makeup and destroying millions of people.
They just kind of roll their eyes like, oh, here we go again.
I don't think that the military command structure of the National Guard is something that the DC comic writers take into a perspective.
Oh, they think about these things.
Rob, you got excited for this. Are you a comics person? Are you a DC person?
No, I was just excited because my thing is, I feel like the Batmans are getting watered down. I feel
this one's pretty cool. I mean, it's PG-13, so don't like you're up too high. But it's definitely it's pretty
mine's
cool.
Michael Keaton up top. Maybe it's just because that's what I grew up watching, right?
I'm an Affleck guy.
Choice.
See the Affleck. No, please tell me you're not an Affleck guy. Please, I was gonna say, please.
I honestly, as far as his Batman portrayal, Val Kilmer is pretty solid.
He's up there. He's up there for sure. George Clooney just was for his looks. Come on, no one's waiting. That one was the worst one, I think.
For sure. Down.
But Christian Bale.
How about Will Arnett?
When was
Lego Batman?
Lego Batman.
Oh, yeah, no. We can save that for the birds.
Well, so I asked about DC because Rob, I to me, you strike me as the kind of person that would enjoy the show Peacemaker.
No.
With John.
Oh yeah, dude, Rob, you would love that show. You would love. Yeah,
really?
You're a John Cena guy. Yeah.
Oh, my son watches that show.
Excuse me? Are you sure? I don't know. I don't think he does. This show.
No, my 10-year-old watches that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't shelter my kids from mine.
I know.
Like you're gonna see it. At least have the not ask me what you've seen. That's what
have it done tastefully on HBO.
It's inevitable. You can't hide anything from your kids now. The kids that don't know anything, they're the weirdo world now. Think about all the acts these kids have on their phone.
That's true.
Alone. You just have to be able to have open dialogue and conversation.
It doesn't diminish the impact of Jack and I hearing that your 10-year-old, oh yeah, my 10-year-old watches Peacemaker on HBO. It still makes it somewhat of an off-putting sentence.
He's Christian Pedersen on the ones and twos. Rob Sacre. I'm Jack Ferris. Find our podcast, Sac and Jack, on the Believe Podcast Network. This was fun. Happy Friday.
And we're a lot better than Darren and Adam.
That's right. Woo! He said it.